I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if you tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they also. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if you tweet.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Yellow! Hey, 57 color, 57 color. Right side!
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Well, you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit. You feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
To throw on third down, Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Mahomes now on first down. He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Reed. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They run the counter with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. Down inside the 40. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Able to push his way through. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Here's Cook again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call him?
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times, the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Yellow.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's number 1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Yellow.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Attack, attack!
Now Mahomes. That pass complete to Moore. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
Yellow, yellow.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Hey, 43.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they play someone, try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yellow. 15. Yellow.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through, trying to block the punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the first down. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Mahomes.
And this is caught at the end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
The extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the ball all the way. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A 43-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cook now off the read option.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here's Reed to throw on 2nd down.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
Look at the big fella go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Chiefs 17, Jets 14.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 9-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They got a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Reed. Throw caught by Flowers. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Reed. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
15, yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
In motion right is Tony. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Mahomes now to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Chiefs are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Jets 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 34-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. York able to send this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Okay, ready.
3rd and 9 here. Looking to throw. Reed. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go gun. Right side.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 130 yards rushing now
as he's done it on 22 carries.
Great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that's used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team's season.
So for the Chiefs, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our